Leading off for the Arcola Lady Riders here in the top of the third inning be the pitcher Taylor Edwards. She'll be followed by Kara Edwards and Lainey Clark. Aaron Walker in the circle for Tuscola. First pitch is high and outside for a ball. Edwards got a one-out single in the first. Stole second, went to third on a throwing error by the catcher, and scored on a base hit by Lainey Clark in the first, and that's where we stand right now. Here's a pitch up the middle, 2 for 2. Taylor Edwards, the ball skips away from the center fielder, but she picks it up and gets it back in the infield. And Edwards helping her own cause with 2 hits in the ball game. That'll bring up Kara Edwards, the third baseman. Edwards called out on strikes in the first. Walker looks in, goes into the wind, the pitch, line drive, left center field. That's going to get past the left fielder, going to the fence. Here comes Taylor Edwards around third. She's going to score. Kara Edwards in at second. And Arcola has a 2-0 lead here in the third inning. Ball got under the glove of the left fielder, Jenna Jacobs, and went to the fence in left center. I call it a base hit and an error on the left fielder. And that'll bring up Lainey Clark. The first pitch by Walker. Bunt attempt call as a strike. She went through on the bunt attempt. We'll reserve judgment on the run batted in. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. I don't think Taylor Edwards would have scored if the ball had been fielded by Jacobs. Come on, Lainey, you can do this. 0-2 the count to Clark. Drove in a run with a base hit in the first. Here's a pitch low and away for a ball. Kara Edwards leading off at second base.
Protect it, you can do this.
Run in the first, run here in the third. Arcola leading 2-0. Here's a pitch outside, just a little bit low, and the count is even at 2-2. These two teams met twice last season. The first game was just about a year ago to the day, and Tuscola won in 5 innings by the 10-run rule, 13-3, but they met again in the regional championship game here at Tuscola, and the Lady Warriors won 3-0. Here's a drive into right center field. That's going to go all the way to the fence. Runner around third. She's going to score. Clark holds up at second with a double, and Arcola has taken a 3-0 lead here in the top of the third inning. That one went all the way to the fence in right center field. Clark with her second RBI of the game, and it brings up Kaylee Seaman, the shortstop. Seaman struck out to end the first inning. Still nobody out here in the third inning. Here's a pitch called for a strike as Seaman attempted to bunt, squared around to bunt. Couldn't make contact, and it was called a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch by Walker, swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Tuscola graduated 8 players from last year's team that went to the state tournament and finished 4th. So there are some players that are seeing extensive action for the first time this year. Seaman called out on or swings and misses for the first out. And the runner stays at second. 1 out, and the batter is Tanya Mendoza, the designated player. 1 out, runner at second for Arcola. They've scored 2 runs here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch called strike 1. 3 runs, 5 hits for Arcola. For Tuscola, no runs and no hits through 2 innings. Here's a pitch outside, gets away from the catcher, and the runner will advance to third on the passed ball. Count is even at a ball and a strike. 200 feet all the way around at this diamond at Irvin Park. Doesn't really have an official name. It's pretty much known as the North Diamond. Here's a pitch fouled off down the first baseline. And the count is 1-2. One and two the count. Here's the pitch by Walker. High for a ball. Count is even 2-2. Tabling the right fielder, playing over toward the right field line. Left fielder shaded toward the gap in left center. Center fielder playing straight away. They're expecting the Arcola hitters to get around late on Walker. Here's a called third strike. And that is the sixth strikeout for Walker here in the ball game. And the batter is the center fielder, Sydney Spellman. She was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Takes a pitch high. If you want to get, if you really want to get hit by a pitch, you prefer getting hit by somebody that throws off speed stuff like a knuckleball or very slow curve. Here's a ground ball hit off the fifth. The shortstop rolls up her arm. Ball rolled up the arm of the shortstop, Morgan Little. That's going to be an error on the shortstop, and another run scores. And that makes it 4-0 in favor of Arcola. That's the second error of the inning for the Warriors, the third of the ball game. And it brings out Hunter Gobert, the right fielder. Here's a ball hit off the fist, cut just off the ground by the second baseman, Peyton Shelmadine. And that will bring the inning to a close. But Arcola comes up with 3 runs in the top of the third inning on a pair of base hits. Or check that, 3 base hits, 2 errors, 1 runner left on base. So we go into the bottom of the third inning. Arcola leads Tuscola by a score of 3-0. Back at Irvin Park, do want to correct the score. It is 4-0 in favor of Arcola. Leading off for Tuscola. In the bottom of the third inning, the shortstop Morgan Little. First pitch is low for a ball. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Lady Warriors here in the third inning. They're looking for their first hit off of Taylor Edwards. Second pitch low for a ball. 2-0 the count to Morgan Little. She'll be followed by Jenna Jacobs and Amber Tabling at the top of the order. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike, the count to Little, right-handed hitter. Last year in limited duty, Little batted .222 for the Lady Warriors. Here's a pitch high and away. And the count 3-1. I think that's the first time that either pitcher's gone to a 3-ball count in the ball game. 3-1 the count to Little. Here's the pitch. Hit off the fist, bounced to the second baseman. She shuffles it to the first baseman, and there's 1 out. So that's 4 outs in a row that have been hit. Balls have been hit to the second baseman, Kayla Kepley. Jenna Jacobs will be the hitter for the Warriors, number 9 batter, playing left field. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Jacobs only got to the only saw action in 11 games and did not have an at bat. So she's learning on the job here in 2013. Here's a called strike. 0-2 the count to Jenna Jacobs. She is a junior. Here's the pitch by Edwards, outside for a ball.
Go, Taylor, finish her.
And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. There's a pitch swung on and missed. And Jacobs goes down via the strikeout route. 2 up, 2 down. That's 4 strikeouts for Edwards. She has as many strikeouts as Kayla Kepley has assists here in the ball game. Amber Tabling coming up. She tries to either slap the ball or bunt it. It was high and inside for a ball. Tabling reached on an error in the first inning. Got around to third, but could not score. Tabling, left-hand hitter. Here's a pitch high, and the count is 2 balls, no strikes. Tabling, a sophomore. Some young players on this Warrior softball team. As we said, they had to replace several players off a team that went to the state finals last year. 2-0 pitch is called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Tabling trying to slap at it and came up empty, and the count is 2-2. Looking at the left field fence down the line, there are signs. Here's a pitch low, and the count is full, denoting Tuscola's recent success in the postseason. And I think there are, well, there's 5 regional championships, and they don't have the one for last year, so 6 straight regional championships. Here's a pitch popped up into foul territory over by third base, and the count holds at 3-2 to Amber Tabling. Amber Miller on deck.
Come on, Taylor, finish her. You got this, Taylor.
2007, Tuscola won a regional and sectional. 2008, made it to the Elite 8, winning the regional and sectional. Then regional championships 3 years in a row. Here's a little slap down the left field line just over the head of the third baseman. And now the ball gets thrown into right field, and Tabling will go to third base, or to second base. So Tabling with a base hit, slapped it over the head of the third baseman at short left field. The left fielder tried to get it into the infield and threw it past the second baseman. And Tabling goes to second. That'll bring up Amber Miller, senior catcher for the Lady Warriors. Runner at second, 2 out. We're in the bottom half of the third inning at Tuscola. Here's a pitch high and away for a ball. Frerich's a senior. Here's the pitch on the way. Called strike just above the knees. And the count is even at 1-1. Tabling getting a big lead shortstop, playing way over toward third base. So Tabling, plenty of room to get off. Here's a pitch fouled off over our heads. And the count is 1-2. Maddie Frerichs on deck. Here's the pitch on the way out in front, and it's foul. Edwards took something off that, and Miller was reaching for it and dribbled it foul down the third base line. Count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 out, runner at second. Arcola leading 4-0 here at Irvin Park. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball up the middle, just getting into the center field. Tabling's going to come home to score. The throw to the plate, and Miller goes to second base, and the Warriors are on the board. Little dribbler just got past the shortstop into short center field. So a base hit. Miller goes to second on the throw. Tabling scores, and it's a 4-1 ball game. And the batter is Maddie Frerick, senior first baseman for Tuscola. As we said, this is a non-conference game. Here's a drive in the center field, over the head of the center fielder, up against the fence. One run is going to score, and Frericks comes in standing up with a double into second base. And Tuscola is making a rally here in the bottom of the third. Ball hit into left center field over the head of the center fielder.
Come on, Tim, you got it.
And that'll bring up Carly Allen, the designated player. Right-hand hitter. First pitch low for a ball. Runner at second. Frericks traded places with Miller on that double.
Come on, Taylor.
And it's a 4-2 ball game. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball, just low. And the count is 2-0. All this coming with 2 out. A base hit by Tabling. She went to second on a throwing error. Here's a pitch that gets away from the catcher. And Miller goes, or Frericks rather, goes in standing up to third base. 3-0 count to Allen. Runner at third with 2 out. Miller singled to left center to drive in Tabling. And Frericks doubled to the gap. There's a 3-0 pitch called for a strike. Frericks on at third, 2 out, 3-1 the count to Carly Allen, right-hand hitter. Pitch, fouled back to the screen, and the count is full. Lenny Semeni, veteran coach of the Lady Warriors. Looking at his record, this is his 13th year at Tuscola. Here's a pitch, blooped into short right field. That's going to drop in for a hit, and another run is going to score. So Allen comes through with a bloop base hit. And Tuscola is within a run at 4-3. All coming with 2 out. I think we may get a pinch runner for Allen. Coach Lenny Semeni talking to Terry Halls, the home plate umpire, giving him the lineup change. And I think whoever's going to be Anna Kaufman going to run for Allen. And we'll see if Allen will re-enter. So, Anna Kaufman, number 12, down at first base. She represents the tying run. So we've had a pair of 3-run innings here in the third. Sounds like a combination for a lottery ticket tonight. Here's a pitch called strike 1 to Peyton Shelmadine.
Let's go, 2 more. 2 more.
Kaufman is at first base, running for Allen. Here's the pitch. Little ground ball off the second baseman's glove, and that's going to be, here's a throw to third, and the runner's safe. The row throw gets away from the third baseman, the throw home, and the catcher drops the ball. The score is tied, and Shelmadine goes to third. Kaufman was kind of caught in between second and third after the ball glanced off the shoe top of the second baseman, Kayla Kepley. Kepley threw over to third, the ball got away. Kaufman scores the tying run. And Shelmadine goes to third base. So Erin Walker with a chance to give herself the lead here in the third inning. Here's the pitch. Called strike at the knees. Walker grounded out to second base in the second inning. She is the 8th Tuscola batter in the third inning. Pitch by Taylor Edwards. Low in the dirt. And the count even at a ball and a strike. 4 hits and a couple errors have put Tuscola right back in the ball game. Here's a swing and a miss. Walker way late on that pitch, and the runner steals home. So Shelmadine steals home, and Tuscola has taken a 5-4 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now the Arcola coach, Craig Vanderveer, coming out to talk to the umpire. I was writing something down on my score sheet, so I didn't see what had happened. Next, I looked up, and Shelmadine was coming across the plate. So, umpire has explained. And so the count is a ball and 2 strikes to Walker. Nobody on, 2 out. 5 runs in for Tuscola here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Now the home plate umpire walking out to talk to the base umpire, Jack Ledbetter. I think they're probably just double checking on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I could have told him that. He could have saved himself. He could have had a lot shorter walk. And here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Walker. Low and away, ball 2. 2-2. The count to Aaron Walker with Carmen Comerford on deck for Tuscola. Here's a base hit to left field, left center field. That's going to go to the fence. Walker's going to go to second base, and she has a stand-up double. So the Warrior Bats waking up here in the 3rd inning. 5 hits. And now Anna Watson is going to go out and run as a courtesy runner for the pitcher. You got a courtesy runner for your pitcher and your catcher. You don't have to worry about taking the pitcher catcher out of the ball game. They can go right back. And the batter's Carmen Comerford. She grounded out to end the 2nd inning. 9th batter to come to the plate here in the inning. Comerford fakes the bunt. The ball's in the dirt. And it's ball 1, and Watson goes down to 3rd base. So the Warriors with another runner just 60 feet away. Here's a pitch called for a strike. Now we've got a timeout. And Lenny Cimenti talking to Jack Ledbetter about something. 1-1 the count to Comerford. Anna Watson down at 3rd base. 2 down. Here's the pitch on the way. Comerford takes it outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike to count to Comerford. Tuscola has batted around here in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out. Deuce is wild. Always hear them say that. Here's the pitch, popped up foul behind the plate. And the count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5 runs have scored for Tuscola here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and they have taken a 5-4 lead. Here's the pitch in the dirt. And the count is full at 3-2. Arcola got a run in the top of the 1st, scored 3 in the top of the 3rd, and now Tuscola has scored 5 here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Line drive, right field base hit. Another run scores. And Tuscola has added to their lead. Comerford with a line drive single to right field for the RBI. And Tuscola has batted around. That'll bring up Morgan Little. She led off the inning by grounding out to the second baseman. First 2 batters were retired here in the third. Here's a pitch, a little line drive out to second base. And Little ends the inning much the same way she started the inning, by grounding out to second base. But in the bottom half of the third, Tuscola comes up with 6 runs, 6 hits. There were 2 errors and 1 runner left on base. So after 3 complete innings here at Tuscola, the Lady Warriors have come back and they now lead Arcola by a score of 6-4.